Real estate is a lucrative and rather serious business. It can make you millions upon millions of dollars, or it could destroy everything you know and love financially. When dealing with real estate, there's so much to think about that many investors and middle-class people don't often consider the kinds of situations that they could face when investing in it. In fact, some people may find themselves too scared to even consider investing in the world of real estate. The risk is too great for them. However, the rewards can be even greater. That's why today we're going over the top 7 reasons why billionaires will almost always invest their money in real estate. We'll cover why they do it and how they make their money back. Number 7, inflation adjustments. Periods of inflation rise and fall in the economy, no matter when. There are different sporadic changes in the capitalist market that, if played correctly, can be used to gain financial spoils. When inflation rises, prices go up. When it falls, prices fall dramatically, and people are suddenly much more comfortable going out and buying things again. Billionaires understand this trend and do everything that they can to adapt to it. They buy properties when inflation prices are at their lowest, and then they sell them when inflation hits the peak and the buyers are at their most desperate. This allows them to make a huge profit, and it's one of the most straightforward reasons as to why billionaires invest so much money into real estate. It's a fantastic way to make quick money too, if you do it right. Number 6, portfolio diversification. Certain elements of wealth can and will fail you. That's why it's always a bad idea to put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to money, metaphorically speaking. If you only rely on one source of income and it fails you, you'll find yourself backed into a corner as time goes on and the market changes with time. That's why billionaires diversify their portfolios. They have to ensure that their wealth comes from different sources. That way, if one happens to falter, they have backups to aid them. This is another reason why billionaires invest as much as they do in real estate. They have their primary job running a company or doing whatever they did in the first place to make their money, their personal investments in the stock market, business partnerships, and real estate. It's an essential part of any billionaire's arsenal because it's one of the easiest ways to not only diversify your wealth, but also make a lot of money in the long run. This will protect their wealth and their legacy in future years. Number 5, it's a feel-good business. Some billionaires invest in real estate for the sake of doing good in the community. Buying up properties and selling them to others to make a profit may sound far from a moral business to some people, but it is actually so much more than that. Working with real estate isn't a fierce competition like it is with stocks or the business world. It's working with people and professionals to buy a building and sell it, sometimes after renovations are made. It's as simple as that. For some billionaires that have days full of fighting or stepping on other billionaires' toes, this is one of the ways that they can make money without worrying about how it will affect others or their own mood. At the end of the day, real estate is a simple business that can put roofs over people's heads, which is one of the many reasons that billionaires invest in real estate. There can be philanthropic principles to it as well. It's a great thing to consider if you're trying to think about getting into real estate. There are benefits besides the economic side of things. Number 4, refinancing. Refinancing can be tricky, but it's an awesome skill to learn if you're trying to invest in the real estate world. See, with real estate, when you first take out a mortgage to pay your house, you will have to eventually pay interest on those payments. Interest over time can become almost overwhelming to deal with. So refinancing is the act of taking out a new loan with a much lower interest rate to pay off your old mortgage that has the huge interest rate tacked onto it. That way, in the long run, you can save money that you were spending anyway on the interest of the other mortgage. That's why billionaires will invest in real estate. It saves them tons of money. Since they have a lot of properties, refinancing them will allow them to save a lot more money than they normally would by tackling their payments. It will also help them increase their credit scores as they pay off their mortgages, even though they technically took another loan out to pay for their original loan. Regardless, refinancing is one of the reasons that real estate is in the utility belt of billionaire money-making, and why you should consider it if you decide to make any investments. By the way, we're on a mission to help people like yourself make billions, so make sure to subscribe if that sounds like you. Number 3, leverage. Leveraging isn't like holding the property over someone's head or trying to do something unsavory with it. Leveraging property in real estate boils down to these 4 things: leveraging money, time, experience, and the actual property. When you use leveraging, you can make the most out of your property. When you leverage money, it simply means that you are using that money that you earned to pour into the investment. Billionaires who invest in real estate will leverage a percentage of their money with a percentage of someone else's in order to get the most bang for their buck. For example, they might put down 80% of the down payment and let someone else put down 20%. The other investor will eventually get their money back because they were made a partner in this, and therefore they have the right to gain money from that investment. Leveraging time can work the same way. If the billionaire wants to make passive income, they can leverage their time by simply paying someone else to do the actual work that the property requires, while the billionaire just puts forward a portion of their cash. It saves them a ton of time at the end of the day. The same goes with experience. Billionaires can hire someone else who has more experience in the field of home remodeling, landscaping, or any of the other things that they find themselves needing. They rely on someone else's experience so that the job can get done in the right time and the perfect moment. As far as leveraging the property goes, billionaires can use their holds on the property to ensure stakes in other opportunities, such as investment plans with corporations or other billionaires. In short, billionaires invest in real estate because they can use their property for their own good in several different ways. Number 2. Federal tax benefits. A while back, the government decided that it wanted more people to start buying up properties and using them. So in true government fashion, they introduced tax benefits to motivate the American people to start buying up property. There are several tax benefits that many people aren't aware of, such as depreciation, mortgage, and property tax deductions, no self-employment taxes on rental income, and several more substantial options. These tax benefits are a huge motivator for many billionaires to keep investing in real estate because it not only makes them money, but it allows them to keep most of the money that they earn. That's a fantastic deal. Take rental property income, for example. Normally, you'd be taxed on the majority of your income, even if it's not a normal 9-to-5 job. However, they don't impose a self-employment tax on rental properties like we just said. So, you can easily make back all the money that you invested without having to pay any taxes. And that's just one of the benefits that come from investing in a rental property. Number 1, property always appreciates. Except in some extremely rare cases, property values will almost always go up. This is probably one of the few things that appreciate over time, since most things depreciate or go down in value over time. For instance, if you buy a new car, the second that you drive it off the lot, it loses value. That's why people will often tell you that buying a new car is a terrible investment. The opposite is true for homes and houses. They will only go up from their original value. In the rare cases where they will go down, it's often due to unforeseen consequences such as the neighborhood falling apart or violence around the area. However, if you invest in a property that is in a nice spot of land or a great neighborhood, it will only go up in value. For instance, if you buy a house to rent for $200,000 and decide to sell it in 5 years, chances are you could sell it for $350,000, especially if you took care of the house, and even more so if you added things like a new pool or new flooring. These things will help increase the property's value, and to billionaires, it's an easy way to make a profit. That's why they will easily invest millions of dollars into really good properties. They know that in time, they will make it all back. And if you follow in their footsteps, you can be making the same kind of money. And if you found this video useful, then you'll love these. And be sure to like this video to let the YouTube algorithm know you'd like to see more videos like this one.